What's happening, guys? Exciting day today in the market. A lot of crazy stuff happened, a lot of drops, a lot of pullbacks. And after market, people were excited as far as with AMD. AMD fall, I think to the downside. Let me see. I think it was down. I'm not sure if it popped back up yet, but AMD is down right now, um, completely drop from where the high was. So a lot of exciting stuff that's happening right now, guys. It's just knowing how to play the markets. A lot of people out there that don't know how to trade just think that they only can make money when the market goes up. But the great thing is in options, you can make money going both ways, right? So with that, guys, got a lot to talk about tonight. I want to make it quick also. Today we had news that came out at 10 o'clock, and that kind of showed some volatility in the market. You could have saw that right away with SPY. As soon as 10 o'clock hit, you saw that little spike down on SPY. Now, I saw the reversal happening, but was waiting on that break of that candle. So I'm going to show you that because I did take a trade on that today as well, for 65% profit on that. Could have got over 200%, but I'm not being greedy. Took my profit. Profit is profit, guys. And don't ever feel like, man, you missed out. What you have to look at is, hey, you know what? I did make money. I was profitable in a trade. Yes, could I have made more if I held it longer? But at the end of the day, you did make money. So that's what you have to look at. Now for tomorrow, guys, tomorrow is going to be a little bit quiet. There's no news coming out as much. Yeah, you have the 10-year bond auction that's going on at 1 o'clock. Crude oil always come out for 10:30 on Wednesdays, but for the most part, FOMC is around 2 o'clock, but that is not going to be as impactful. Normally, I look for like when Powell is speaking, that's when I'll look for more volatility in the market at that point. But today was a good day, but a lot of stuff that we're showing right now, we're showing to the downside. Some are pushing up, but again, some are pushing down into the downside. Like for instance, today, like I mentioned today, I traded SPY. SPY was one of the trades that we did today, and that one completely dropped. Right, we pushed up first, thinking the market is gonna go up, and then we completely made a turn. But what people have to realize is that for the market to completely drop and come back down to correct, we have to close gaps. So there's no more gap to the upside on a daily standpoint, right? We just went up. All of this right here, this huge drop down, after non farm came out, all that volatility on Friday. After that huge drop, we came back up to close this gap, and we just closed that gap today on SPY. If you notice right here, that gap is now closed. Okay, so what we could see is we could see a push down from here, right? And if you look at it just from a standpoint of Fibonacci and retracement standpoint, if you're talking about a 50% retracement on that move up, we're talking about we went close, right? We went close. A 50% retracement will be right at 615. So we went close to that. Okay, we went close to that, but on a monthly standpoint, we're still at inside, so we still can go up. Like I mentioned, we came close down here, we bounced off a support. So it's gonna be crazy to see what happens tomorrow. Now there's no news tomorrow, so if we fall tomorrow, we're gonna continue to fall down. We have VWAP right here, so we can bounce off of VWAP, but on SPY tomorrow, if SPY breaks, which SPY already is down, not by much, but if SPY breaks to here, that's a possibility for a short, to right down back here to this take profit, which would be right by VWAP. If we break down here, of course, we're going to come back down to close the gap, because remember, we gapped up on that day. So we have all of this gap right here to fill. Plus, I mean, we have a lot more gaps to the downside because SPY gapped up a couple times, coming all the way up. So there's a lot of gaps right down here that needs to be filled. So coming back down here is no surprise if we come back down here within the month, especially going as down in October, not October, but September. September being a bearish month as well. Now we are in August, so in August we could play around in this range, and then September we could fall, okay, to come back down to close this gap. But we're not looking at that standpoint. We look for opportunities every day in the market, and if we swing trading, then that's fine. You could have your trades or your contracts out long term. Same kind of setup you have on QQQ, like this. But today, like I said, I took a trade on SPY, saw the opportunity, and I'm like, all right, we knew that 10 o'clock we had news coming out. So right here, we had the news come out at 10 o'clock. As soon as I saw the spike down, as soon as 10 o'clock happened, we had a quick spike breaking this right here. So I saw the opportunity for it to come all the way down. You have the high right in here, it reject close to that resistance line. So we had the opportunity to come down here. That was my target right here at 629.32. That was my target. Once we hit that target, I was out of the trade. Um, so yeah, that was it. It continued down. This drop down gave it that contract went from, I bought it at 81 cents, sell it for 160 something, or one, I can't remember what I sold it for. I posted it, but also if you look right here to the downside, this contract turned into like 270 something for the high. So that contract went to 200% if I had hold it a little bit longer. But again, not being greedy, profit is profit, right? So that was one of the trades that I did today. I also did UNH, but I called out UNH from yesterday, from last night, guys. I mentioned this on the live, on the recap yesterday. I said, guys, look at UNH. We had a bullish Arami. This is a bullish Arami setup. And I'm like, all right, if we break right here, the targets are gonna be very simple. The target is gonna be right here at 47, followed by right here at the top up here. And it did exactly what it was supposed to do. Now, did I take profit or did I hold it all the way up? No, I did not. And the reason why, I'm going to show you why, right? I did take profit on it. I got 20% on this trade. But either way, I was done by 11 o'clock, guys. I normally finish all my trades by 11. If I'm in the market after 11, I'm a little bit antsy um, with that. But I understand that market could go sideways for a while. But what we saw right off the bat, it broke that day. So I got in the trade. Once it broke, we came up to the 200 and we was in profit. And it kept hitting that 200 range. And because it kept hitting that 200 range and wouldn't break over it, I got out the trade right here and took 20%. It's a little over 20%. Right by 20%. I think it was 18% that I took it, close to that range, right? As far as profit wise, right? I took that, and then right afterwards it came down. Now the reason why I took that as well is because, just like I mentioned, SPY was falling. And because SPY was falling, I had to make sure that I take profit, because if SPY is falling, it might bring down the whole market, which this did, right? It did do what it was supposed to do, but I wasn't paying attention as much because right afterwards, this was what time? This was 11:15. I was away from the computer. I wasn't watching anything. I was done by that time. But at 11:15, we created a bullish divergence right here. We had a bullish divergence, right? We had low, low, and then we had higher low on the indicator right here. And then we just pop right up to hit that first target, and then consolidated again a little bit, and then pop up and hit that second target. So great trade. If anybody that took that trade today, congratulations on that one. Again, this is not financial advice, just to let you know these are my opinions, but my opinions be on point sometimes. With that said, that was the second trade that we took. I also took BA. I had a couple trades that I was excited for, but I said, you know what, I couldn't give you all of them yesterday. But BA, I saw BA and I was pretty excited about BA this morning. And the reason why is because yesterday I saw it and it didn't break this candle until late yesterday. It didn't break till late yesterday. So, in a sense, the target for me on BA was right up here, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna take this target tomorrow. If it breaks the high, I'm getting in with my target right here. Okay. and then the second target was right here at the top of the candle right up here. Now what happened, we came right up here to the first target. Okay, we hit first target, then we push and close that gap right there. If you notice, we closed that gap. So we had a couple things. Let me get rid of these lines so you could see a little bit more, because I had my targets in. That's those lines that you're looking at. But right here, if I could clear it up so you could see it a little bit better. All right, so right here was my targets, okay? So if we broke here, my first target was going to be right here, right? At that body right there. Yes, we have the resistance line right here, but we have the body, and then we have here, and then we have the gap right there, because there was a gap that needed to be filled. We came up here and then we rejected right here, I believe, this morning. Okay. So we came up to the first target right here and we rejected that target right there and came right down. Okay. So we took profit up here at 55%, right? And we took profit like within like less than 10 minutes, we was up 55%, took our profit, it came back down, right? Create another divergence, bullish divergence on a 15-minute right down here. This is right at, again, 11:15. By then, I wasn't even looking at the market to see what was going on. But at 11:15, created a bullish divergence on a 15-minute. If you notice, you have right here, you have lower low, right? You have lower low, and then you have higher low on the indicator, which create a bullish divergence back to the upside. So once the break right here, it went all the way back up and hit the second target up there. So great trade as far as all three guys. I trade live every single day in my Discord. So if you guys want to join my Discord, the link is going to be in this description as far as that. Um, Now, the Discord, like I said, right in here, you have Profit Flex right in here. So BA, there's people that took profit today on BA right here, UNH. Right here, I posted those. That was, no, that's AVGO. Oh, I didn't post my profits today. Huh, I gotta post my profits. All right. Either way, guys. Let's see. All right. So when it comes to tomorrow's trade or tomorrow trade idea, right? There's a couple things that I'm looking at. I mentioned to you guys uh, Adobe, right? Now Adobe did what it was supposed to. It haven't done exactly hit the full target yet. Like I mentioned, Adobe is bearish on the month. So Adobe is bearish on the month. So Adobe should come down to 32, right? 332. We already broke the week. So it already hit target in a sense for weekly. It hit the first target, which is right over here. If you look left, this candle right here, it hit that and bounced off of that. So it's respecting that area right there, right? But for tomorrow, a break of this candle, a break of this low tomorrow, and we're going to continue down to that 332 level. So a break of this today's low, we're going to continue down to that level. Now, for trade ideas, man, there's so much trade ideas. That was one, right? That was one. But for trade ideas, as far as for tomorrow, I can't give you that one. I gave that to my group. I'm giving that to my group. But all right, so with Google, Google have a very nice candle on Google, and I'm gonna be looking at Google tomorrow as well. I have one, but that one is like a guaranteed trade, and I have to give that to my group tomorrow. So as long as it do what it's supposed to do, either way, it's gonna be a trade for us tomorrow. So most likely we will be trading that tomorrow. So I can't give you that trade, but this one is one that I will be watching tomorrow as well. I got a alert, and my Google alerts be on point because they're back tested. So 90% of the time, my Google trades are right. I regret not taking my Google puts because it gave me a Google put at around one something today, and it's right here. My Google short alert. It gave me it at 130 something today, right? Um, so yeah, I didn't take it. It dropped and then it gapped down. So with that, I'm going to be paying attention to Google tomorrow. Now, a possible trade for Google is going to be if it breaks the day right here. Okay. So if it breaks the day, we're going to reverse to the downside. A break of this low, we're going to reverse to the downside. The first target is going to be right here. This 50% retracement line, if you look, it lines up with support and resistance. Look to your left, you could see resistance, resistance, then support, 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 support. So right here in this level, let me make this a little bit thicker. So right here, all of this right here is going to be support level. Okay. So a breakup right here, we're going to come down and test this level, but we should break through. And if we break through, there's a lot of support right here. Okay. So there's a lot of support. You have support right here. Then the target is down here at the body. Okay. So 191 will be the target. Now we have set up on Google a bearish divergence to the downside. We have a bearish divergence sitting up to the downside. But also, what you could see right now is like we have that rejection right up at the top, right up here, close to that 200 mark. So for Google to get above 200, now Google is bullish on the month. No, it's not bullish on the month. It didn't break month yet. I thought it was going to break month today, but it didn't. Okay. But it did break 3 month. Okay. That 3 month target is all the way up here. So it didn't hit 3 month target yet. So we still can push higher. But before we push higher, you have to think about it. We have how many days left in the month? We have 23 days left in the month. So at the end of the day, we could drop down, right? We could drop down to maybe right around 182, right? We could drop down all the way down to 182 and not even say 182, but this is a monthly candle. So if you're looking at a monthly candle, what would be the 50% retracement line on the monthly? And that would be right at 185, 186 level. So 186 would be right here. So 186 will be right here. Okay. So we could come right down there and test and then bounce off of that and continue back up. So we're still early in the month, guys. We still have 23 days left in the month. We can have that pullback come down and then for the rest of the month, middle of the month, or we have a crazy last week to push higher. Okay. But I do believe Google can go back up to 200. Well, it is at 200. Now, one thing I did mention as well is Google creating a head and shoulders on the monthly and overall, because if you look, you have the first part of the shoulder right here, you have the head right here. You could have a shoulder forming right here, right, to come back down. But I mean that you're talking about months, okay? You're talking about months because this is on a monthly candle. So that's crazy enough. We're talking about trades that we could make right away. So that's why I said we could consolidate within this area for a while, or we could continue up. But as far as trades for tomorrow or possible trade for tomorrow, definitely to the downside. If Google breaks to the downside, I will be looking at Google for possible puts, with my targets being first one, 193.47, second one being 192.12, followed by 191.16. And remember, we have a gap to fill down here. So we can come back down here and fill that gap right here. Okay. So that's the gap that needed to be filled down there. So we could come all the way back down here as well. So that will be the trade idea for tomorrow, guys. Just make sure that when you're trading, you're not trading with FOMO. You're following your trading plan. If you're putting this in your trading plan, you got to know why you're taking the trade. You got to know where your stop loss will be. My possible trade, as far as this, I would like to see it open up. Even if we open up right now, we're right at the bottom right here because post market, it says 194.66. So we're right a little bit below where the low was, because the low was 164 194.68. So we're a little bit below that, 2 cents below that. I want Google to open up like right up here or open right here and then go up and close. I don't like trading gaps, guys. I don't like trading gaps. I say that. So with that, if we gap down on Google, maybe if Google comes up and then come back down and break whatever low that it came at, then I'll look for a possible short on it. But I wouldn't be chasing. I don't like to chase trades. If it goes, let it go. There's always another opportunity for you to trade. So if you're looking to join me and my wife, because me and my wife trade live every single day, like I said, the link is going to be in the description. Also, guys, if you like the value that's being given on these videos, please go ahead, give me a like. Also, just leave a comment, let me know that, hey, the content was good, but also letting YouTube know that the content was good. And like always, guys, trade safe. Make sure you're following your trading plan. Don't chase. Don't follow FOMO. And let's get it, guys. All right. There's always an opportunity in the market. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.